Alright, I'm back with an auction win and a book that I thought was in the mail, or was in the mail, but it's in customs, and I thought it came last week, but it was something else. So it finally came. And start with auction win first. And this is a replacement for another book I already bought, but it was damaged. So this came up, and we're gonna replace it now while it was cheap. And this is Phantom Stranger number 34. The Dr. 13 backup story. Like I said, I have it, but the place I ordered it from, the top right there was bent downward. It was supposed to be like a 9.0, but it was definitely not. And then this came up for auction. It was pretty cheap, so I just grabbed it to replace the other one. Trying to put a Phantom Stranger run together. And then this next book, I thought came in last week, but it's been held up in customs forever. So I gotta be careful with this. Use duct tape. I guess I don't know if that was customs that did that or it was the original shipper. Overkill there. At least I think this is the book. God only knows this point. Yeah, it is. The shipper did a good job, though. I mean, it made it across the ocean. So, it looks like it's pretty much intact. Alright. So, this is the British version of the Incredible Hulk annual by Steranko that has the original Steranko head on the Hulk. In an earlier video, I showed a Swedish version that very similar. But this one looks like, with the way the name Hulk is on the shoulders, looks more like the Steranko version. Also, it has the Inhumans he's stepping on, like the original annual. Let's get this up close. But there's only one more version of this I need to have all three versions of the actual Steranko artwork. And then, of course, still have to get the annual, the American annual, with the redrawn head. But that was pretty cool to get these. I remember when I was working Steranko's table, I think somebody had this one, and they got it signed, and I totally forgot about it over the years. And it's popped up on a seller, and then he sold the copy he had that I wanted. And then at that point, I started looking for another avenue to get it, and I came up with this one, and then this one popped up as well, so I grabbed both of them. But pretty cool. the story with obviously the Steranko version of it is, I told it in the other one. He always brought his books one time, like as they were due, because he didn't want anybody changing his artwork or messing with anything. Um, this one, he was on his way to the Marvel offices, and he was shaving while he was driving, and he nicked himself shaving in the car, and said he ran into the Marvel office with his portfolio, I guess, of artwork for that issue, or for that cover, and he's bleeding, and the secretary, I think it was Flo, but I may be wrong, Flo Steinberg, um, gave him a napkin or something to dab his face, and it made it to production, and right before the end of production, before they printed them out, they changed they decided to redraw the head. And I think Marie Severin was tasked to redraw the Hawk's head, because they thought this version was too scary. Um, but it's kind of crazy, but that's what they thought. Um, so I'm happy to have that one. And then my next video, I'm probably going to do 2 more videos. I have um, another claim sale win, and then I have comics from Midtown, my order from Midtown, which now I will tell the story. I have a previous video that has not been uploaded yet, where I pull out my books from Midtown, and half the books were damaged. So the box, which is over there, the bottom of the box, right here, tape had broken or wasn't taped. I don't know, but it was drooping on both sides, and the box was hit on the side, and the bag they wrap it in is a brown paper bag, and they tape it tight. And if there was another piece of um, bubble wrap in there, it wouldn't have shifted. It would have been nice and packed tight. But because the bottom had drooped, because it wasn't taped properly, the books had shifted, busted out of the paper bag they were in, and jostled around in the package. I think it was like 15 or 16 of the books were damaged. The corners were all busted. Some of them are variants. I contacted them because I buy every week at least 25, 30 books a week. I placed an order and have been since the Diamond debacle started. So you're roughly 100 books a month I'm getting from them. Only had one minor damage book. I didn't even report it. I just kept it. But this one was pretty significant. So I contacted them expecting to get replacement books for what they had. And obviously, if they didn't have a book, like one of the variants, wasn't a big deal. As long as I was getting the other ones replaced, I'll get the other one that I missed or got messed up. Their response, though, they had me take pictures of the books, send emails, which is fine, of the damaged books, list the books that were damaged, send pictures of the packaging. Then I was contacted to send a new email with the damaged books, and then a list and pictures, which then I did. And then I got contacted again to let me know I had 2 options. One was I could keep the books for 25% discount that they would give me a credit for, or I can send the books back. I pay postage to send the books back, and they'll give me credit. Not replacement of the books, not my money back, but credit. And I pretty much said this is kind of a piss poor way of doing customer service for someone who, buys every week. And the response was, this, it's just the way it is, and we do this with all customers. So they have a piss poor customer service for all customers, apparently, because if that's your only 2 options. And I'm sure probably at least half of those books that were damaged, they still have in stock, and they could ship with my next order. they're just choosing not to, and basically give you two options of either keeping damaged books and getting 25% off of that, or you pay shipping to send them back so you can get credit to buy more books. Hopefully those don't come damaged and you'll be spending more money to send them back, and we just keep going down this road. So I got a second package from them, and one of the books was inserted into the bag and board upside down, but the corner, it got bent when they slid it in. That one they're going to send on my next order for free. So I don't understand why that one gets sent with my next order replacement for free, and then the other ones that are damaged you can't send with my next order or offer me anything other than a 25% off of damaged books that I get to keep, yay, or send it back on my dime, so I can lose more money and just get a credit. Am I getting a credit for the postage too, or what? So now I gotta log these books, go find these books somewhere else, and I'm thinking of maybe just stop ordering from them with the way this is going. Because if this is the way they do all books, if my next shipment's damaged, then I'm just SOL. And it's just not a good way to do business. I ordered books that were mint, and I'm paying for books that are mint. Then I expect books that are mint. Things happen. I mean, I expect you to take care of it though when things happen, and not just put it on the customer to be out because of someone shipping in poorly or not packed properly or something. That's on their end. That's not my end. That's the shipping department. The other thing they do is, and I'm going to open this box in a video so you can see how they pack it. They don't tape the boxes. They don't tape the bags. So the books are open flapped. They just slide back and forth. The brown paper bag is basically your only defense of them moving around. But again, if it gets dropped or jostled hard, it's going to bust through the paper bag and move all around. So the next video I do is I'm going to open this box and show you how they pack their stuff. It's a shame because I did like buying from them, and I think I may have to take my money elsewhere at this point if this is how customers are being treated. It's just not a good look. So I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.